love stories have a different meaning altogether.
Yeah.
In fact, even the perception of love has changed for a lot of people. To
Yes.
imagine a classic like that it's beautiful. चाय तो ऑन देखिए मैडम, थिएटर जो है वो चाय बीड़ी और सपोर्ट पे टिका है। बुरी आदतें पालनी है पाल ले, बट उसको कॉम्पनसेट करने के लिए कसरत कर ले। सो या एंड इफ बिना बुरी आदतों के कसरत करोगे तो और फायदे होंगे। इवन टुडे व्हेन आई गो ऑन स्टेज, वेदर आई एम अबाउट टू गो इन फ्रंट ऑफ द कैमरा, इन माय माइंड आई थिंक इरफान साहब होते तो क्या करते। एंड
Yeah.
नॉट दैट हम उनके पैर की धूल भी नहीं है, और शायद वो राई बराबर भी काम नहीं कर पाए उनके जैसा, बट देयर इज नो मैन who I am inspired more than Mr. इरफान खान। The end of the day है तो रियलिटी शो ही। जब मैं बेल बॉय था और उनका सामान लेके उनके रूम पे रखने के लिए गया था और उसने निकाल के 50 रुपए मुझे दिए थे, मुझे समझ में नहीं आया इसने क्यों दिए, क्योंकि मुझे पता नहीं था टिप्स भी मिलती है। तो वो जो
अच्छा।
50 रुपए मिले थे वो मेरे ख्याल से हमेशा याद रहेंगे मुझे।
Hello and welcome to Bollywood Life Mantra. How are you? How is life treating you?
All life is full of divangi. That's all that I can say at this point of time, Gorika. I'm spending around 10 to 12 hours every day rehearsing this play. So it's white nights all the way. It's Chandni Rate all the way.
So we want to know everything about Chandni Rate and what is your role like and how excited are you for this?
Well, as you know, Gorika, Chandi Rate is an adaptation of White Nights by
Hmm.
Fyodor Dostoevsky. It's a classic Russian literature. And to be able to bring it on stage in India in the way that Purva Naresh has imagined it is absolutely beautiful, because I've been a reader of Dostoevsky. I've been a reader of White Nights. I love that story. And although it was based back in the 18th century when it was originally written, to
Hmm.
reimagine it in 2025, in the day and age when love stories have a different meaning altogether.
Yeah.
In fact, even the perception of love has changed for a lot of people. To
Yes.
imagine a classic like that it's beautiful.
So, I want to know that what's more challenging, performing in a play or acting in movies?
it's ironic that it's ironic that we were just shooting for a podcast where we were talking exactly about the same, and how from stage to screen, it's two different forms of acting. When you're working on stage, you know that you're interacting with the audience. You know that
Yeah.
you are engaged with the audience. They know you're performing. You know you're performing. It's all out there. But in cinema, the biggest challenge is to remove the fact that you're performing. That is the fact that the camera can never see that you're performing. So it's two
Performing.
different worlds altogether.
Yeah, because on the stage, I mean, you're just raw, and even if you miss out on any of the lines, you have to improvise. So what creative liberties, the actors have when they're performing on the stage? I mean, doing the theater part.
Oh, the live medium is so much more exciting, Gorika. I mean, yes, I love the cinema acting. I love being in front of the camera, but it's when you put up a show. It's when
Yeah.
you are on stage and when you engage with the audience, when that fourth wall almost breaks for a few moments, and you can almost feel the audience breathing. You can feel the audience laughing, crying, being with you at that moment, and that is a very, very satisfying experience. It's instant gratification too.
Yeah.
Whereas when it comes to cinema, you don't really know. I mean, people on the set and your director can tell you that, wow, you've done a great job, but you've got to wait for a long time before the audience sees it and reacts to it. So, in a way, theater is like instant gratification. It's like immediate fast food where which fills the soul.
Yeah, so don't you think that, Bollywood के mainstream actors, since, अब वो OTT में भी आ चुके हैं, so they should also be a part of theater and they should be performing or enacting in any of the plays, साल में at least एक बार. What do you think about this?
I mean, it's personal choices, Gorika. A lot of people don't really look at these two different mediums as engaged to each other, whereas they are also. Just the way in cricket, Gorika, you would see that there are ODI players, there are T20 players, and then there are Test match players.
Yeah.
खेल cricket ही रहे, it's the same sport that you are playing. वही bat है, वही batting है. But it's a different mindset altogether. So it's just the way you've got T20 players, ODI players, and
Yeah.
Test players, there are actors for stage, there are actors for cinema. Some actors who do well in both the fields, they are Virat Kohli's and Rohit Sharma's.
Yeah, I really like the part, you connected it with the cricket thing. That
It's
was your personal interest.
immediate understanding.
Yeah. So what is your pre-performance ritual like? I mean, what is the thing, we will find you doing before the performance, before you step on the stage?
I mean, we prepare for stage in much different ways. A lot of people like to relax and just go to sleep maybe and wake up right half an hour
What do
before
you
the
do?
play begins. I am on. I'm charged on the day of the play. I am like it's since morning. I try one thing's for sure. I try to not go to sleep because that has a different alteration on me itself. So I'm on from the moment I wake up. I have my regular exercises, my lip trills, my vocal exercises because I play a lot on my vocal capabilities.
Yeah.
So, and especially when it's a singing show like Chandni Rate has a lot of beautiful songs. So we are all doing our regular lip trills, our hummings, and our throat exercises, vocal exercises, so that when we hit the stage, everybody's starting from the front row to the last row. They can listen to us. Physical workouts, just the way it should be. Different plays call for different kind of approach. I mean, when I used to do Genie for Disney Aladdin, it was
Hmm.
almost like a match of football that you're playing every inning. So those 90 minutes was so strong for us. So I almost used to prepare like a sportsman because you needed to have a very good breathing capability because you're singing and dancing and acting at the same
Yeah.
time. So that's about it. But apart from that, खाना अच्छा खा लेता हूँ उस दिन पे बिकॉज अच्छा खाना अगर खाओगे उस दिन डाइट वाइट नहीं करना
नहीं
उस दिन
करना.
ये नहीं करना कि यार अंदर से वो टीस उठ रही है कि यार you need to be full. So I have my biryani on the day of my play.
Oh wow, super. So any, beverage, do you prefer chai, coffee, or kada, for the throat?
Yeah, I do. I carry my warm water with me. That just gives me a satisfied feeling. It gives me a good vibe. But apart from that, चाय तो on it. देखिए मैडम, थिएटर जो है वो चाय बीड़ी और सपोर्ट पे टिका है. तो बस वो एक दूसरे की मदद की जाती है. बाहर आप बैठे हैं अपने दोस्तों के साथ जिन प्ले में आप जिन लोगों के साथ काम करने वाले हैं.
Hmm.
चांदनी रातें में there are 35 people around in that entire team. You got to be one with them. We play a lot of theater games together. Right now we are doing the same thing. Everyone gets together and we play team bonding activities and games like
Oh
that.
wow.
And that brings us together because you've got to be one body when you're on stage. May that be 25, 30 people on stage. You've got to be one with each and
The
every one.
camaraderie and the coordination, I mean,
Yeah,
it's the
it's
key. So
absolutely.
how has the journey been so far? RJing, modeling, theater, films. Oh my God, there's a lot. So how has the journey been so far? I mean, if you would like to summarize it.
Well, satisfying for sure, and still eager and hungry for more. Satisfying for sure, eager and hungry for more. I think I just quoted something. I need to make sure that this line stays with me. Satisfied, but yet hungry. So, I mean, radio has been a fabulous journey for me. It's audio has been my forte. I've had a great time in the last 25 years creating some of the most amazing audio content. Now I run a podcast production house called M&M Talkies. We create audio
Yeah.
dramas, being on stage doing theater for some wonderful directors like Akash Khurana, Rajat Kapoor,
Hmm.
Atul Kumar, and now Purva Naresh. It's been a very satisfying journey. Cinematically, I'm still yet to prove myself on a lot of levels, and I don't mind admitting to it that cinematically, I would still be eager to have so much more. That hunger, that thirst, that lust is still very much alive in me. And I'm
Yeah.
hoping that I'd be able to do something that could give me that kind of satisfaction that I've had on stage and the kind of satisfaction I've had behind the microphone.
All right, so your fans want to know that entertainment के सारे forms आपने पकड़े हुए हैं. So how do you balance? Like, what's more fun? What do you enjoy doing the most? और इतना सब कुछ इकट्ठे, I mean, how do you plan your day? And
No,
do you rest? Do you rest?
अब
Do you?
मैं काम नहीं करता गौरिका. मैं शौकीन आदमी हूँ. मैं शौक पालता हूँ. So almost all of these things, if the day this become work for me, that day most
Yeah.
probably I'll start getting tired. So being on stage is not tiring for me. It's the most fun experience for me. Being in front of the camera, may it be hosting for sports, may it be acting for any web series or film.
Hmm.
It's a privilege that I consider, and behind the microphone is when I'm at home. I'm absolutely at home. I feel absolutely relaxed and comfortable. So all these places, I'm very much I consider myself privileged that I get a chance to do this thing. So there's no question of being tired.
So since you're a fitness freak, so ये question तो बनता है, मंत्रा का fitness मंत्रा क्या है?
या तो रात का खाना अवॉइड कर दो, और अगर रात का खाना नहीं अवॉइड कर सकते तो सुबह उठने के बाद कसरत जरूर कर लेना यार. That's about it, because I know one thing for sure, that prepping for a lot of characters, I had to work on my physique, and I realized that being a foodie, you also need to, after one point of time, realize that the food needs to be considered as your fuel also, not only as to satisfy your taste buds.
Yeah.
So it's that thin line, thin balance between having leisurely enjoying your food versus using food as your fuel, and just regular workouts. I was telling my friend Rajesh Hidji that yaar sun, बुरी आदतें पालनी है पाल ले, बट उसको कॉम्पनसेट करने के लिए कसरत कर ले. सो या, एंड इफ बिना बुरी आदतों के कसरत करोगे तो और फायदे होंगे. बट
अरे वाह.
या, बट
True
डेफिनेटली
that.
डोंट गिव अप ऑन योर रेगुलर एक्सरसाइजेस.
Childhood days were in इंदौर, schooling आपने वहां से की है, वहां का पोहा फेमस है. So आपको क्या पसंद है वहां का?
एब्सोल्युटली, वहां पे पोहा, हमारे यहाँ पे इंदौर में जो आप लोग दिल्ली में क्या बोलते हैं, दिल्ली में अंडे के सैंडविच को क्या बोलते हैं, नो रेगुलर एग सैंडविच बोलोगे, या
Yeah.
बॉम्बे में उसको अंडा पाव बोलते हैं. इंदौर
हाँ.
में हम उसे बैंजो बोलते हैं.
Okay.
एंड प्लीज, वो गलत वर्ड नहीं है, इट्स BANJO. वो
Yeah.
बैंजो, बट हमने बचपन से वही सीखा. तो हम बैंजो बोलते रहते थे. मैं बॉम्बे आया पहली बार तो मैंने रास्ते में अंडा पाव वाला एक बंदा दिखा, तो मैंने उसको बोला, भाई साहब जरा एक बैंजो बनाना. लोग मारने के लिए पीछे भाग रहे थे यार.
Of course.
पता नहीं क्यों यार, मैंने क्या गलत बोल दिया. सो या, बैंजो, which is Indoor's अंडा पाव.
And that's your favorite. I mean,
Yeah,
it
that's one of my
reminds you of
favorites.
Indore.
Yeah,
Also,
totally.
India में किस state का खाना पसंद है? Is it Indore only or like Delhi or
Oh,
Mumbai?
well, I'm a Bengali by because of my parents, but
Yeah.
I because I've never stayed in Calcutta, so I don't speak Bengali well, or don't I'm not a thorough Bengali, but I love the Bengali food, and I love West Bengal's food. I love their biryanis. I love their food. So every time in Calcutta, बस वो एक चीज जो है, वो चीज मेरे अंदर की बंगाली रह गई है, वो है वहाँ के खाने का स्वाद.
So, Mantra, you have been an inspiration for many, but who has been your inspiration or who do you look up to?
Different fields, Gorika. Which field are you talking about? I mean, is it acting? Is it
Yeah,
performance? Is it in
acting,
life?
acting, acting.
Oh, Irfan Saab. It's he has to be the man. He has to be a role model for a lot of us. Even today, when I go on stage, whether I'm about to go in front of the camera, in my mind, I think Irfan Saab hote to kya karte? And
Yeah,
not that हम उनके पैर की धूल भी नहीं है, और शायद वो राई बराबर भी काम नहीं कर पाए उनके जैसा. But there is no man who I am inspired more than Mr. Irfan Khan. And from the black and white era, Mr. Charlie Chaplin, Mr. Oliver Hardy, and Mr. Stanley Laurel. These
the
people are my
legends.
inspirations.
तो मंत्र, आपका कॉमेडी सर्कस का वीडियो भी बहुत ज्यादा वायरल होता रहता है, इरफान खान की आप मिमिक्री करते हैं उसमें. सो
Yeah.
लेटेस्ट फिल्म आपने कौन सी ऐसी देखी है जिसे देख के लगा हो कि अगर इसमें इरफान सर होते तो मजा आ जाता, उनकी कमी उसमें हो रही है?
Oh, I haven't seen much in the past, but I mean, every actor for his for his own roles. But what he has done in Makbul is
Mm.
absolutely remarkable. What he's done with Vishal Bharadwaj has been absolutely amazing.
So I want to know that Panipat mein you worked with Kriti Sanon and now she's come a long way. So like you, she's also a self-made artist. So what do you have to say about Kriti and the evolution?
Kriti, oh,
Yeah,
Kriti, and what a wonderful human being, Gorika. She is such a sweet lady. I didn't share many scenes with her, but we were on the set together because I was shooting with Arjun. And Kriti was very kind and a wonderful actress. You could clearly see when she comes in front of the camera, she owns it. When she comes on your screen, she completely owns it. So
yeah.
she's already done some fabulous work, but please look out for her. She's gonna be the thing for. She's on her way to something great in the coming years.
Yeah. So being a public figure is a, task. एक बहुत बड़ी responsibility है क्योंकि all the lights, the limelight is on you. So अभी recently we saw that incident in which Saif Ali Khan was attacked at his own place. So अभी security breach के बारे में बात हो रही है. Even in cyber space हम देखते हैं कि frauds हो रहे हैं. इतनी सारी चीजें हो रही है इतनी awareness के बाद भी. So how do you see all these things and what can be done to prevent and actually stop all these things?
Gorka, in fact, it's pretty funny that uh, this I just worked with Saif Saab, and
Yeah.
I directed him for an audio series for the Marvels audio series for Audible, and he played Star Lord. Peter
Yeah.
Quill in the Guardians of the Galaxy Star Lord. So I had a chance to go to his house a couple of times to give him narration. So it's the same house that we are talking about. And we
Yeah.
worked with Karina Ma'am also. She played Black Widow in the Audible series for us. And I had a chance to go and give her a narration also. And it took a lot of effort to reach his place. So it's always ironic to see that we are all so vulnerable. Even if you are in the most well secured space, it turns into it can be broken into. It's so strange that I've started saying to my friends, "यार तुम लोग अगर घर के बाहर चाबी रखते हो अपने जूते के अलमारी के अंदर, don't do that because you never know about what is happening." But uh, overall scheme of things, I'm just glad that he's good. He's been a very, very kind man. Out of all the actors that I've worked with, he's my favorite Khan. And I mean, he's my favorite Khan as a person out of all the Khans that I've seen. And as a person who I've worked with all these wonderful celebrities, Saif Ali Khan has been the most kindest soul. I remember him sending me a handwritten letter at the end of our project and
Oh,
just
wow.
thanking me with his heart about to take him through the audio series. He sent me a wonderful gift. He's such a nice man.
A
I mean,
handwritten letter in
a
today's
handwritten letter
time, I mean,
with the nice photo, the emblem on top. It's I'm gonna savor it forever,
that's
and
royal.
that's why, yeah, and that's why when the moment I heard this news, my heart went out to him. मैंने मेरे दिल से उनके लिए दुआएं दी हैं, and I'm hoping that he is absolutely fit and fine because he is a pure soul, gentleman, a wonderful human being.
And he emerged as a fighter. I mean, he saved his family, he fought
Absolutely,
single-handedly, so
absolutely, absolutely. So
an
kudos to
inspiration
Khan
for
Saab.
many.
Kudos to Khan Saab.
So reality shows की बात करते हैं, you've been a part of many and hosted also. So सच्ची बताना यार कितनी सच्चाई होती है? I mean हम ना दिल से देखते हैं, हमें behind the scenes नहीं पता है कितनी सच्चाई होती है आज की अगर टाइम की बात करें shows की.
अब ऑफ कोर्स यार सबका अपना अपना एट द एंड ऑफ द डे है तो रियलिटी शो ही ना शो मत भूलिए रियलिटी जितना है शो है
Reality show भी.
I've hosted India's Got Talent. I've hosted Zara Nach Ke Dikha back in the early days of reality shows. I've been a part of Jhalak Dikhla Ja as a
Yeah.
participant in there. So है यार show तो रहेगा at the end of the day. The show must go on. Or show is more
Yeah.
important than participants. The show is more important than anybody else.
तो अगर हम शोज की बात करें तो बिग बॉस का सीजन 18 अभी ओवर हुआ है एंड नाउ हम देख रहे थे टाइम से सलमान खान इज होस्टिंग एंड जैसे वो बैश करते हैं जैसे वो स्कूल करते हैं कंटेस्टेंट्स को वीकेंड के वार में आई मीन इट्स लाइक गूज बम्स आ जाते हैं सबको ऑडियंस को भी सो बट नाउ द रिपोर्ट्स आर देयर कि सलमान खान वोंट बी होस्टिंग आगे की सीजन्स सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक हु कैन फिल अप दिस स्पेस ऑफ सलमान खान.
No, you can't replace him.
Yeah, but
He's
who
a,
can fill up the
he's
place?
absolutely a star, and I don't know. Probably care now, Saif Saab. No, I mean I don't think there's anyone. I had a few friends who were a part of that show at some point of time, so that's the only time I got a chance to see it. But apart from that, what Salman Saab has done for this series is so remarkable, so amazing. Now it's synonymous with him. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's him or I don't know who even comes close next.
Mantra, your fans want to know that what was your first paycheck? When did you get it? And where did you spend it?
I used to be a hospitality guy. I used to work in the hotel industry,
Yeah.
and वो जो पहली टिप मिली थी एक गेस्ट की जब मैं बेल बॉय था और उनका सामान लेके उनके रूम पे रखने के लिए गया था और उसने निकाल के 50 रुपए मुझे दिए थे मुझे समझ में नहीं आया इसने क्यों दिए क्योंकि मुझे पता नहीं था टिप्स भी मिलती है तो वो जो
अच्छा.
50 रुपए मिले थे वो मेरे ख्याल से हमेशा याद रहेंगे मुझे वो 50 रुपए कैसे खर्च हुए थे ये याद नहीं लेकिन मोस्ट
Mhm.
प्रोबब्ली मम्मी को जाकर दे दिए थे क्योंकि mama's boy and all that stuff and लो माँ मैं
That's really
तुम्हारे लिए
sweet.
कमा के लाया हूँ and all that kind of thing so yeah so I think that 50 bucks as a tip from a guest जिसको बेल डेस्क पे से उसका सामान उसको छोड़ने गया था that is something that I remember.
So what's next for you? Are there any upcoming projects जिनके बारे में आप personally excited हो?
Yeah, of course. The most exciting part for me right now is Chandni Rate, which is one of the most challenging plays that I've been a part of, and I'm very thankful to Adyam Theatre for actually being able to, take this kind of a project. Theatre की industry को बहुत जरूरत है आद्यम की.
Hmm.
नहीं तो थिएटर इज ऑलवेज लुक्ड आउट एज कि अरे यार इस मीडियम के अंदर पैसे नहीं है, इस मीडियम को लोग केवल पैशन के लिए करते हैं. So really, really thankful to the Aditya Birla Group and Adyam for being able to put out a festival like Adyam where theatre gets the kind of due that it deserves. So Chandni Rate is definitely on. Apart from that, there are two more plays that I'm working on and a web series which is in conversations. I can't talk much about it right now, but most probably we start working on it in March and looking forward to that.
All right. Thank you so much, Mantra, for your time and all the very best.